What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon Baker from Black Dog Barbecue, and today I'm teaming up with Charbroil Grills to bring you these Butterflied chicken drumsticks with a honey-bourbon glaze. Let's check it out. Today we are going to be making chicken drumsticks, which are part of the chicken leg. This is also considered some of your dark meat chicken, and I'm a big fan of this cut for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's very cheap. Just like the chicken quarters, which we talked about in a previous video, you can get these at the store for a really good price. I picked these chicken drumsticks up for $2.29 a pound, so great option to get at the store if you're looking to get some meat on a budget. Second, they're incredibly versatile. You can cook these direct heat, you can smoke them, a lot of different ways you can go. Today, what we are going to be doing is cooking them over direct heat. And not only that, but I'm going to be showing you a hack that's going to make these even better. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be butterflying these chicken drumsticks. So besides that, there's nothing really too complicated about this cook, right? So I'm going to show you how we're going to butterfly this chicken, and I'm also going to walk you through the process of making the honey bourbon glaze that we're going to pair with this. It's going to give a nice sweet heat combination that's going to pair really well with the chicken. So let's go check it out. All right, so as you can see here, we have our chicken drumsticks. Now, there's really very little trim work that I'm going to be doing prior to butterflying these. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make a cut or an incision all the way down the middle. I'm going to find the bone, I'm going to make a cut, and I'm going to basically peel open a big chunk of that meat. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side so that we can open that up, we can increase the surface area, season that up, and get these on the grill. So let's check it out. All right, so now that I found the bone there in the middle, I'm going to make incisions on both sides to really open up these chicken thighs. All right, we've got this drumstick nice and opened up. As you can see, the meat is exposed very well. It's gonna make this cook so much faster. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do the same thing to my remaining drumsticks, and then we're gonna season these up with a little bit of avocado oil as well as barbecue seasoning. A nice liberal coating here. You can really use any barbecue rub you want. I went with one that's a little bit heavier on the paprika just because it gives it a nice red color that really stands out. Get these guys flipped over and we will season up the other side. Don't need to be shy about seasoning it up. All right, now that is it. We are good to go with the chicken. Now I'm gonna get the grill lit and we're gonna throw these on. And just so you know, I'm really trying to cook these just like with the chicken quarters. I want it to be in the realm of 300 to 350 degrees, just because of the fact that when you're cooking over direct heat, especially when that heat source is so close to the chicken, it's gonna cook really quick. I wanna make sure that it's not getting too hot and making sure that it doesn't burn, especially talking about these barbecue rubs. A lot of them are heavier on the sugar, so when you get upwards of 400 degrees plus, there's a lot more likelihood of that rub burning and you're not going to get that same great flavor. So I'm going to try and keep that again around 300 to 350 during the whole cooking process. All right, so today I'm going to be cooking those Butterflied chicken drumsticks on this brand new Charbroil Pro Series 3-burner gas grill and grill. I'm a huge fan of this grill. Used it for the chicken quarters on my last video. Now, really, I've got a few things with this grill that I absolutely love. Number one is the amplifier system, which basically helps to more evenly distribute heat as well as prevent flare-ups. But really, my favorite thing about this grill is the versatility. So not only is it a gas grill, but you've got a griddle attachment as well that you can input into the grill. And then what we're going to be using today is going to be the charcoal insert. So that's pretty cool to me because of the fact I can light that charcoal with the propane. So this is going to be able to help, number one, give me that charcoal flavor that I really like to cook with, as well as light that charcoal extremely fast. A lot of the times it takes a good bit of time to get that charcoal going, not with this system. So this is super quick, super easy. It allows me to get food not only on the grill faster, but on the table faster, which is always a huge plus. So let's get started. So for the honey bourbon glaze, this is really as simple as it comes. Whenever I'm making a chicken glaze, I really do try and keep it pretty simple when you can, but basically we've got butter, we've got some bourbon that we're gonna throw in there today, as well as some hot honey, a little bit of barbecue rub, and some apple cider vinegar. That butter, that's what's gonna be adding flavor. Remember, fat always equals flavor. We're gonna add some acidity here in two forms. It's gonna be both with the apple cider vinegar, as well as the bourbon. And then we're also going to add a little bit of sweet heat here with our hot honey, and then a little bit of barbecue rub just to enhance that color and gives a little bit more flavor as well. It really is that simple. I'm gonna use the side burner on the grill today to make this before we cook the chicken, just so it's ready to go. We can dunk the chicken when it's time to get those glazed. So short, simple, to the point. So let's go get that started. All right, so we've added the butter, we have added the bourbon, we have added the apple cider vinegar, as well as the honey and the barbecue rub. So we've got everything in here right now. Only thing we're gonna do now is we're just gonna mix this up. We're gonna let it simmer because we wanna burn off some of that alcohol, and then we're gonna be done. All right, so the grill is on, the charcoal is lit. As you can see, we're running about 350 degrees right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the chicken so we can get started. All right, so the drumsticks have been on for about 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and give these a flip and see how they're doing. All right, so 5 minutes in, you can clearly see we've got some good color forming. We're gonna continue to cook these and allow that char to continue, get some more flavor. Just let these get to about 165 so we can pull them. All right, it's been another 5 minutes. We're about 10 minutes in right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and give these another flip. I took a look at the chicken and it is looking nice and crispy. So at this point, I gave it a dunk in the honey bourbon glaze. You could also just brush this on, but I prefer the dunk just because it gets a nice even coating. Okay, so just to give you a recap of what I just did, we got a little bit of wind today, and so I didn't want this to flare up, so I went ahead and took the chicken off of the direct heat. I dunked it in the honey bourbon glaze that we made and have put the chicken back on the grill on the site where the burners are off. So we've got it over indirect heat right now. And I'm gonna let it finish this way until that internal temp hits 165 at a minimum on each one of these pieces of chicken. I'll give these guys a touch up. All right, chicken's been on for about 45 minutes. I've let it go on the indirect side for a little bit. Wanted to make sure we hit that minimum of 165. A lot of these are past that, about 170, 175, which is perfect for me. Allows that glaze to really tack on. So we're about to pull these off the grill and serve them up. That color is looking nice. Let's check it out. It's absolutely delicious. You get just a little hint of that sweet heat from the hot honey, and that bourbon also gives a little bit of a flavor as well. Really, really like these drumsticks. This is a really good option. And as you can see on this side, you get a nice char here on these drumsticks. Gives great flavor, makes it nice and crispy too from a textural standpoint. So good. It's juicy, it's tender. I'm so happy with how these came out. All right, well, I'm about to take the rest of these inside and finish them off. Thank you again for tuning in today. I hope you liked the video. And if you did, make sure to give us a follow, hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. And until next time, have a good one.